All right, Gotta Get Up fans, Brian Florentin, Erica L. Ayala here, coming to you after practice. First practice since game 1, where, of course, the Minnesota Lynx were able to take care of the New York Liberty. Did take overtime, but, let's start with what we heard from head coach Sandy Brondello about how the team is, I guess, adjusting and going to bounce back from the loss.
Yeah, at practice, vibe was very relaxed. No pressure, no external sort of like stress that they put on themselves. So I feel like everyone sort of understands what they need to do right, what they need to sort of get back at doing really well. And there was a sense of like calm and understanding that, okay, we had it, we lost it, but we can get back on the horse pretty quickly.
Indeed.
So I think the group feels confident. They feel like they're going to be ready to go. And tomorrow should be super fascinating.
Excellent. Yeah, I agree with you. That's what we heard from Sandy. That's what we heard it again from Sab, because we talked about what her demeanor was after the game. And Stewie was very jovial. I mean, she was talking about, and I think she was asked, what are some of the things that the team does just in general to, what the team does in general just to keep things light. She talked about the fat head of Sloot that will show up every once in a while. And I believe it's KT, 'tis the season, apparently has little cockroaches, fake cockroaches and spiders that she'll put anywhere.
Let me tell you, in New York, they tell us all the time, if you see like one of those like lantern fly things, squash them out. Step on them. I was walking Queens a few days ago. I saw one on a wall. So I took my, if you guys can't see me from here, I took my boot and bam. I see it, even if it was like a play roach, I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah, we don't have time to. We're not asking any questions. You stomp it and then ask questions later.
Hell no.
Well, that's your pet. Sorry for you. I don't know. You should put it on a leash. I don't know what to tell you. But I think that's the good news, right, for the New York Liberty. I think also they talked a lot about the adjustments that they need to make, and some of that involves getting Stewie active a little bit more offensively. I asked Sandy about what she's been able to do defensively, and honestly, that she saves the New York Liberty defensively a decent amount of times, especially I would say in game 1. Those are things that don't always translate on the broadcast or not always discussed. But when people say, how did she miss a free throw? How is she missing layups? I think you could make a case that she's putting in a lot of work on the defensive side. And, you never want to miss layups. You never want to miss free throws. And when you put in the work that Stewie's been putting in for New York. So, Brian, I asked Sandy this, and I'll get to her response, but do you think there are things that the New York Liberty can do, that they should do, in order to make it a little bit more of an equitable balance of getting Stewie on the defensive side as well as the offensive side?
I think the sort of beauty and the bit of the Liberty is that you have so many dynamic offensive players that one player doesn't have to do the save us button all the time. You have 3 superstar players who can impact the game in so many ways, and it's a matter of, okay, if I know that you're really working crazy hard on defense, I can pick up. I can take on more of a scoring load, for example. In the first half, they had the blend right. They were able to get JJ in the paint. They were able to really sort of punish and make things hard for Lon Smith on the inside. Lon is a great defender, and the fact that JJ was able to have such a dominant, overwhelming start is such a great sign for New York, especially considering how much Minnesota has had JJ in a phone booth this season. So the fact that they were able to get that going is okay, we see it, we know how to get to that matchup. Now, how can we sort of make sure that we're getting Stewie on the move a little bit more? Can we get her to cut a little bit more? Because one thing, especially